गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, माय नेम इज़ कहकशा, आई एम फ्रॉम लैंडमार्क इमिग्रेशन। हम फिर से एक बार जुड़ चुके हैं हमारे इस लाइव के थ्रू। तो जितने भी हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं, सबसे पहले शुक्रिया हमें ज्वाइन करने के लिए इस लाइव में। और आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे द ट्रेंड्स, द कोर्सेज, हाउ स्टूडेंट कैन सबमिट देयर फाइल फॉर द कनाडा स्टडी वीज़ा, और किस तरीके से और किन बारीकियों को कैंडिडेट को ध्यान में रखना है, उन सब चीज़ों के बारे में। तो अगर आपके कोई सवाल है ड्यूरिंग द लाइव, आप हमें कमेंट सेक्शन के थ्रू पूछ सकते हैं, या आप हमें कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं 9041390412। और इसी तरीके की अपडेट के लिए हमारे साथ जुड़े रहे, आप हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, और हमें बेल आइकॉन पे प्लस करके जब भी हमारा कोई लाइव हो, आप उसे इमीडिएट मैनर पे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। शुरू करते हैं आज का लाइव। तो देखिए, आज का टॉपिक हमारा अगेन द कनाडा, ऑफ कोर्स। बहुत सारे ही हालांकि बदलावों के बाद अगर आप देखें तो वीजा जो सक्सेस रेट है उसके ऊपर काफी ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट हुआ है। अब इम्पैक्ट में क्या है कि एवरीवन सेइंग दैट वीजा आर रिफ्यूजिंग, नॉट राइट टाइम टू गो, देयर सो मेनी बैड न्यूज ओवर देयर, और समथिंग which actually makes student to think twice, or I think more than that time, whether this is the right decision or the right time to go for Canada. देखिए, जो भी स्टूडेंट इस लाइफ को ज्वाइन किया है, आपके कोई क्वेरी है, अगर आपने कोई फाइल सबमिट करी हुई है, उस पर डिसीजन नहीं आया है, या आपको कोई रिफ्यूजल आया है जिससे रिलेटेड आप हमसे बात करना चाहते हैं, तो इस लाइफ के थ्रू आप हमसे जुड़ सकते हैं, और आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं 9041390412 पे। और इसके अलावा अगर आपको पर्सनली मुझसे काउंसलिंग चाहिए, या आप मुझसे कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन कनेक्ट 9041390412, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन शेड्यूल अ मीटिंग। अब देखिए, सबसे पहले हमारे कुछ पॉइंट्स है जिस पे हम डिस्कस करेंगे। तो आज के टाइम पे वीजा का क्या हिसाब है, यानी वीजा आ रहे हैं, और अगर आ रहे हैं तो किन प्रोफाइल के आ रहे हैं, और अगर नहीं भी आ रहे हैं तो किन प्रोफाइल के आ रहे हैं। तो देखिए, जितने भी बदलाव 2024 में हुए, 2025 की शुरुआत तक जो रहे, यानी 2023 से जो होते हुए बदलाव अब तक हुए, उसमें से एक बात तो बिल्कुल क्लियर है। नाउ कैनेडा वांट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वालिटी स्टूडेंट्स। दैट मीन्स the every student who's planning to study in Canada, they need to make sure of some few things which is really essential. The very first important thing, as we discussed in our previous lives, that your course requirement, that means your course with your relevancy of your previous education is really important. अगर आपने मान लीजिए आपकी जो लास्ट क्वालिफिकेशन थी और आपकी रेलिवेंसी नहीं मीट करी है, इट विल बी हैव अ रियली ह्यूज इम्पैक्ट. So you have to make sure the course relevancy need to be there, because देखिए, इस टाइम पे दे वांट द जो भी स्टूडेंट्स आ रहे हैं वो उनसे लंबे टाइम तक जुड़े रहे, यानी दे जस्ट डोंट वांट यू to leave just to come or study. They want you to be part of their communities, and they want you to be settled over there in the country, and for that they really require your relevancy, and the relevancy which allow you to be eligible to get a permanent resident, and also allow you to have a very good earning or fulfill the requirement of the job labor market. So this is a very important thing which actually Canada wants from the international students, and because of that the capping is now working on a very serious note. That means the students who are planning for the international study, जो जाना चाहते हैं आगे, और उन्हें लग रहा है कि अभी हमारा रिफ्यूजल आ रहा है या अभी फाइल नहीं लगानी चाहिए, तो देखिए, उस चीज को टैकल करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका है मेक श्योर योर कोर्स रेलिवेंसी मस्ट बी देयर फॉर योर फ्यूचर कोर्स. अब उसके बाद हम आ जाते हैं कि कोर्स रेलिवेंसी में किस तरह के कोर्स लेने चाहिए. तो देखिए, as per our experience and as per the guidance which we also discussed in very few previous sessions, जो स्टूडेंट्स बैचलर्स और मास्टर्स के प्रोग्राम ले रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स दो स्टूडेंट्स हु आर ऑप्टिंग द डिग्री लेवल ऑफ प्रोग्राम्स आर एक्चुअली गेटिंग अ नंबर्स ऑफ अप्रूवल. So that means it's not about ki diploma or the advanced diploma or certification will not work, but yes, it will increase your chances to get to receive a visa approval from the IRCC. So if you are the student who's looking for the Canada or planning for the Canada study visa, you need to make sure and try to ensure that you will select a bachelor degree program or the master level degree program, because it will increase every single, you have to understand that every single step, whether it's small or big, will have a huge impact on your visa filing. So this is where what we are going to discuss today, how you can ensure that your visa file will be perfect. So first I said your post relevancy, second what kind of program you need to opt. So the bachelor level of degree, yani degree level ki program, whether it's for the undergraduate level and for the postgraduate level, you have to understand bachelor and master program will definitely work. So if you are a student of the commerce background, if you say, like if I said you have done the commerce in India, right, and you want to go for the international study, you know what, business diplomas are there with the very good specialization. But yes, if you can do that, that will also help you out for the visa approval. But if you opt for the bachelor degree program, it will increase your visa chances, because from bachelor's to from sorry 12th to the bachelor's, it will have a huge impact on it. And same goes for the postgraduate level students, those who have done the bachelor's in India and now planning for the to move the Canada for the any other purpose. Because of course we know that the PR is always there for in mind of every student. So of course, for that, master level program will work. Now comes to the requirements, how you will going to fulfill the requirements. So for every student need to make like ensure, we have a question from the let's Britpal Kaur. Hello ma'am, tourist visa की फाइल लगी है, कजन सिस्टर की मैरिज है कनाडा में, कितने डेज का प्रोसेसिंग टाइम चल रहा है टूरिस्ट वीजा के कनाडा में? सो देखिए, जो भी स्टूडेंट अभी टूरिस्ट वीजा या जो एनीवन हु इज प्रोसेसिंग फॉर द टूरिस्ट वीजा, is taking time for the decision. Actually, it's not I'm saying it's taking time more than 3 and 4 and 5 months, but yes, the minimum time is at least 40 to 45 days that going on. सो आई एम नॉट सेइंग, अगर मान लीजिए आपकी फाइल हो गए 1 महीना हो गया या 1 से 1.5 महीना हो गया और उससे ज्यादा वक्त हो चुका है मगर आपकी फाइल पे डिसीजन नहीं आ रहा है, what you can do, you can connect with the embassy, you can raise the web forms, because sometimes it happen they require more clarification on it, or some kind of document they are not getting properly, और समथिंग इज मिसिंग इन योर फाइल, समटाइम इट हैपन. तो अगर आपकी फाइल काफी लंबे वक्त से फंसी हुई है एम्बेसी में और कोई डिसीजन नहीं आ रहा है टूरिस्ट वीजा की, तो आप एक वेब फॉर्म रेज करें. और यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट एन ओके, सो यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट टू द एम्बेसी. अभी आपने लिखा है 1 वीक हो गया मैम फाइल लगी, तो देखिए अमृतपाल जी, अभी 1 वीक बिल्कुल कुछ वक्त ही नहीं हुआ है, तो आप थोड़ा सा इंतजार करें अपनी वीजा डिसीजन का, एंड डेफिनेटली यू विल गेट अप्रूवल, और द बेस्ट डिसीजन इज पॉसिबल फ्रॉम द IRCC. तो देखिए 1 वीक में तो इतना जल्दी वीजा, देखिए एक्सेप्शंस होता है और योर लक विल वर्क फॉर दैट 1 वीक वीजा. बट अभी आप टाइम थोड़ा सा इंतजार करें, क्योंकि करीब उन्हें 15 से 20 दिन टाइम तो चाहिए ही प्रोसेसिंग के लिए. एंड ऑफ कोर्स एज यू सेड मैरिज इज ऑन 25 जून, सो यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट इट. एटलीस्ट गिव सम टाइम, अप्रॉक्स 10 to 15 days, and then you can connect with the embassy. और अगर फाइल आपकी हमसे लगी है, so please connect with us, your respective branch, or we can do something for your file to get out, to help you out for the early visa, if we can do something to write and very important information related to your marriage to the embassy. I think that will work out from Ritpal ji. ठीक है, तो अगर आपकी फाइल हमसे लगी है तो आप हमारी ब्रांच में विजिट करें या हमसे कांटेक्ट करें फॉर दी अर्जेंसी ऑफ योर फाइल. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, what you can do after 10 to 20 days, you can write to the embassy stating your concern why you want early visa, with the explanation, and I hope embassy will help you out in that case, Amritji. So let's go back to our topic, but we are discussing earlier, हम बात कर रहे थे the requirement and the eligibility. So देखिए, requirement and eligibility is also important. अब क्या होता है कि हम सोचते हैं कि हमने मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी कर दी and that will work. It's not about the requirement, the minimum. जो अब का टाइम है, now the Canadian embassies now are very strict. They are very strict. They are assessing profile in a very serious note. Serious note means they are looking every single thing you will going to submit to embassy, whether it's your SOP, your mark sheet, your English proficiency test, your funds, your the program you are opting, the institution you are opting, everything they will going to look in a very serious manner. So for that, what you have to do, what you can do, if you are a student who are doing for the PT, going for the PT exam, try to have at least above 60 in each module. Like of course IELTS is a really good preference apart from all the English proficiency test exams, but if you're opting for the PT, just make sure or ensure you at least have 60 above in each module. and you need to emphasize on speaking and reading. It same goes for the IELTS as well, because what is important while you're reach to the Canada is how you speak, how you can communicate with their community, and how you can read. Reading is not the bookish knowledge to read a paper with something like I can read, like just imagine if I have this paper, I can read really good when I'm alone. But sometimes it happen, you have to read the information, you have to read the instruction guidelines, you have to read and understand what actually it means. So for that, your reading need to be really good, and your speaking modules need to be very good. So if you're opting for the IELTS or the PT, for the PT, ensure at least 60 in each module will help you out for your visa. It can increase your visa chances. And for the IELTS students, try to at least have 6 in these two modules, or 6 in each module will definitely work in your favor for the visa approval. So this is what you can do for your visa file. Now let's come to the we can say the funds. Now every आपने सबसे सुना होगा, या you might have like listening this, funds is very crucial at this moment, or you need to show the funds or something like that. तो आज हम इसके बारे में थोड़ा डिटेल डिस्कशन कर ही लेते हैं कि कैसे फंड्स आपने शो करने हैं। तो देखिए, जो भी बच्चे अभी कनाडा स्टडी वीजा के लिए फाइल कर रहे हैं, तो फंड्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अब फंड्स में क्या हो रहा है कि स्टूडेंट बोल रहे हैं कि भाई हमने 1 साल की फीस भी कर दी, हमने जीआईसी भी दिखा दिया, और हमने 15-20 लाख अपने अकाउंट में या फैमिली के अकाउंट में भी दिखा दिए, या हमने 15-20 लाख का या 25-30 लाख का पूरा फंड्स भी शो कर दिया, बट फिर भी हमारे क्यों रिफ्यूजल आ रहा है? तो देखिए, as I said, now they are assessing every single file on a very keen note. They are checking everything, how you will. So now they are checking the file as a student. That means they know that you will going to, after completion of your study, you might apply for the permanent resident. And you are coming for the work purpose as well, and you're planning to settle here, or for the go for the work, every single thing. They know about every single thing. What is actual purpose of your coming? But on a documents, they are assessing your file as a student visa. That means if you are submitting your file in student visa category, it need to look like a student visa category. And how you can show it out? First, just imagine you have an offer letter of admission from any DLI approved public institution or the university. You are planning to go for the 4-year bachelor degree program. As I said, like you paid a 1 year tuition fees, which is really good. It's amazing. You paid a GIC, another good thing you have done. But what about the remaining 3 years tuition fees and the living cost? Because now GIC, we don't submit. I continue with that, I just want to give you one of my advice. I hope you will make sure to go with this. Do not submit your file without GIC or without 1 year tuition fees. At least do not do this, because this is a very crucial time. You don't want to, because time जिस हिसाब से चल रहा है, visas decisions जिस हिसाब से आ रहे हैं, you don't want to be feel disappointed. So do not submit your file without 1 year tuition fees and the GIC, and make ensure your course relevancy need to be there with your last academic history. How you will explain the finance to the embassy? Just imagine you're showing like in your CA report, I have around 70 to 80 lakhs as per the CA report, right? But CA report is accumulation of all the finances you have. It includes your ITRs, your income, your property valuation, your gold, your RCs, your any kind of vehicle, right? But it will be really good if you can show this much amount. यानी अगर आप 4 साल की स्टडी के लिए जा रहे हैं, तो 1 साल की स्टडी और 1 साल का लिविंग तो आपका वहां पर हो गया, because you paid a tuition fees and you paid a GIC. But for the 3 remaining years, it's very important how you will display to the embassy that you have sufficient support. So it's not to support. Okay, you're showing a really good CA report. I totally understand, because most of the time we do not have that much liquid funds. But to ensure your file, to make sure your file have a very strong standing in the embassy to get approval. It's good if you can show this much amount or this kind of fees or your upcoming next year's fees in a liquid or the saving where immediate cash withdrawal can be possible, because sometimes you have FDs where immediate transfer for the from the of the principal amount, immediate withdrawal is available from the banks. सो यू दिस इज हाउ यू कैन इम्प्रूव योर फाइल. अगर आपके प्रीवियस में कोई रिफ्यूजल है जिसमें आपने मान लीजिए सीए रिपोर्ट में 90 लाख दिखा दिए या 1 करोड़ आपने दिखा दिए, बट स्टिल आपका वीजा रिफ्यूजल आया है, सो ट्राई कि अगर उन 90 लाख या 1 करोड़ में आप देखिए प्रॉपर्टी वैल्यूएशन ही आपकी करीब 50 से 60 लाख की होगी, तो लिक्विड फंड आपके पास कितना है? तो अब आप उसमें आरसी भी दिखा रहे हैं, गोल्ड भी दिखा रहे हैं, तो हार्डली यू हैव अ लिक्विड फंड ऑफ 20 lakhs और 15 lakhs, which is not sufficient for your next year tuition fees and not sufficient for your living expense. This is a way where how you have to prepare your file, because you know what you're saying, that I have a very strong roots in from my home country, I will definitely come back, I'm going as a student and come back as a student. This is what we are mentioning or you are mentioning in your SOP. So देखिए, this is a reason we are doing this a very detailed session about to improve your file or how you can improve your file. So it's not about the funds how much you are showing. You can of course you can easily show in CA report, or easily you can show the funds of in crores actually in India, because the property valuation goes up to 70 lakh or 80 lakhs. It can be easily done, but this is how you have to do that. Okay, before we continue, we have a question from the UK study visa, full expense 1 year master. We have a full fee or 1 semester fee. So देखिए ड्रीम विन, you are saying for this, right? But like this is what I can understand. You want to know the study visa full expense 1 year masters, and we have a full fee or 1 semester fee. सो देखिए ड्रीम विन, अगर आप सोच रहे हैं यूके स्टडी वीजा प्लान कर रहे हैं, तो सबसे पहले आप अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी चेक करें, बिकॉज ऐसी बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं जो आपको 1 year के साथ साथ फुल ट्यूशन फीस पे करने के लिए होती है. अब यूके इज कम्प्लीटली ऑन अ कैश. यूजली क्या होता है, स्टूडेंट जो कैश का अमाउंट है यानी कैश रिसीव करने के लिए जितनी फीस पे करनी होती है स्टूडेंट वो पे करते हैं. But there are some universities who are very specific about if student belong to Haryana, Punjab region where they have to pay a full tuition fees. So if you have a sufficient funds, there is no such problem about your funds, and you can pay a 1 year fees, because you know what, the pond is around 115 at this time, so it's not easy to arrange that much money. But yes, if you're looking for the study of in UK and you think you can pay a full year fees, you can go for that, but the sufficient amount will be as per the cash requirement. And if you find that I have received my cash and like just imagine you have a tuition fees of 14,000 GBP and your cash requirement is to pay at least 50%. So of course 7,000 GBP you need to pay. This is mandatory. But if you belong to region from Punjab and Haryana, double check with your respective university or the college, like whether you require additional payment or not, and definitely that will work out. And apart along with that, you have to show the funds in your account or your family's account with the living expense of inner London and outer London. For the inner London, you need to show at least approx 13,000 13,000 to approx, like let's say 13,500 approx GBP in inner London, and for the outer London it goes around 12 or 11,000 GBP approx. If you need exactly figures, you can connect with us. We can discuss the whole expense for this process. Then we have another question from Sushmita. Hi, ma'am. Decision pending law study application on 30th March. So far, only biometric is updated. So Sushmita, as I said, it taking some time to the visa decision from the embassy. So I want to know if this is for your Canada study visa or any other country you are asking for. So if it is a Canada study visa and you submitted your file on 30th March, So it's around 2 months. So it's better if you check with your, if you have done submitted your file from us, you can connect with us. But from any other agency or the consultancy you are proceeding your file, please check with the embassy, write an email to them and raise a web form. And if possibly, you can check with the doctor, because sometimes they do receive a updated medical requirement, or there is some kind of discrepancies in the medical. So you can check this out definitely. From UP barely. Okay, so you are asking, ma'am, can you tell me the budget of UK study 1 year masters, good university but not expensive with the work permit eligibility? So, देखिए, the, you know what, I can tell you the approximate of the process, but the things goes your profile. It's not. There are some universities those offer around 14,000 thousand GBP tuition fees per year, right? But there are some universities those offer 17,000 GBP tuition fees per year. So it's not about the university or the expensive or the expensive or the cheaper. It's about the requirement. Sometimes it happens you're not eligible for those universities which offer the lesser fees than the higher tuition fees. तो आपको ये एक बहुत ध्यान देने की जरूरत है. अगर फ्रॉम अप बेयरली, सो अगर आप अप्रॉक्स बजट लेके चले तो आप अपनी देखिए ट्यूशन फीस आप लेके चल सकते हैं अराउंड 10 to 12 lakh. Then of course the funds you have to show. So the whole process goes around 30 to 40 lakh possibly, because some funds you need to show in your account. तो जो अगर आप अकाउंट में शो करें, इट नीड टू बी एटलीस्ट 28 ओल्ड डेज ओल्ड फंड्स. तो आपको ये भी ध्यान रखना है फॉर द यूके. जो भी यूके के लिए सवाल कर रहे हैं वो ध्यान रखें. अगर आप यूके पॉसिबली चाहते हैं तो उसमें जो फंड्स है वो करीब 28 दिन पुराने होने चाहिए. अब 28 दिन का मतलब ये नहीं है कि मान लो आप सोच रहे 1 मई से मैं पैसा मतलब 28 दिन चाहिए तो मैं 1 मई से पैसा डाल दूं. It's not that way. You have to maintain a very good statement, because for the UK, statement will submit for the cash process. So you can go for the 30 to 35 lakh. I think that will be sufficient for you, because the living expense is actually the same equivalency of your tuition fees sometime. Because if you're going for the 13 to 14,000 GBP tuition fees, your living expense will be something like that. So just check it out, 14 lakh plus 14 lakh, how it, so it's around 28 lakhs. So 30 to 35, as I said, will definitely work for you. And if you need more information, please connect on us 90413 90412, or you can connect with me directly on this number as well for the more information on your file. Or you can visit any of our branches. There is no issue for that. And we are not charging any processing fees, not before, not after. So there is no issue to process your file, to assess your file. That is free of cost from our side. So there is another question from the Jaswinder Singh. Diploma courses in Canada for commerce with math student. English 90, math 82, IELTS 7 overall, not less than 6. So Jaswinder, the commerce, Canada for the commerce with math. देखिए जसविंदर, सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट तो चीज़ ये है कि लाइक एज यू मेंशन दैट यू आर द पार्ट ऑफ द कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट. सो देखिए कोर्सेज एज अगर आपने हमें शुरुआत में ज्वाइन किया है, डिड वी गेट स्टडी लोन फॉर अ होल एक्सपेंस? So Dream One is saying the can we get a loan for whole expense? Let me answer first, and then I will answer Jaswinder Singh. So देखिए, for the loan, we can help you out with the respective banks, but it's for better if you check with the bank, because prior to the process, or we can help you out. We have some very good relationship with some of the public banks as well, like State Bank of India. So we can check you out, we can refer you out, and they will assess your profile or the probability to get approval for the whole expense. So you can definitely check us out, check out with us for this information. So Jaswinder Singh, as you said, commerce. So अगर आपने हमें शुरुआत में ज्वाइन किया होगा तो we just have a discussion on the what kind of course you need to opt. I totally agree. Sometimes the most of students are opting for the diploma program, but if you think you can afford the study, so it will better to go for the bachelor degree level program, because in Canada, some of the most of the institutions require math for the BB. That means Bachelor of Business Administration degree. They require math in 12th. So you're a cover student or having a math. So I suggest you go for the bachelor degree program, because here we are discussing to improve your visa decision chances. So I suggest you, if you're looking for the on program as per your profile, bachelor program will definitely work for you. And if you're opting this program, I'll suggest you for the to opt the good university. Can I take skill trade course? You know what, Jaswinder, you can definitely choose a skill trade course, because you are also a student of the math, because you have studied math in your last study. So definitely you can choose for the skill trade course. But to ensure that what kind of skill trade course you are opting, or whether you have that kind of interest or not, or the course module will also help you out for the approval. So if you're opting for any skill trade program, just and check it out the modules and your math what you have done in 12th. Because क्या होता है, स्किल ट्रेड कोर्स में बहुत सारे ऐसे कोर्सेज हैं दोज डजंट रिक्वायर मैथ, पर उनके जो मॉड्यूल जब आप चेक करेंगे, जब आप कोर्स स्ट्रक्चर चेक करेंगे, वो 2 साल में आपको क्या पढ़ाएंगे या पढ़ाने वाले हैं, तो उसमें कहीं ना कहीं जब कैड कैम जैसे प्रोग्राम जाते हो, दे डू नॉट रिक्वायर स्पेसिफिकली मैथ, बट देयर समथिंग विच इज totally correlated with the math. That means the precise the precision they required, like the calculation they required, something related with the drawing and the structure. तो उन सब चीजों को measure करने के लिए it is important you just go through the course structure or the course module you will going to study in that particular program. And if they are correlating with the math you have done, so definitely that will work for you. There is no such problem. But if you are a student who's looking for the other program option, bachelor program will work for you. So you said have, I didn't get it what the last question mark you have done, because it might be something like have you said. I can't understand. Can you repeat your last question so I can help you out for the answer? So till we receive another question or from our the viewers or from the Jaswinder Singh, we can continue. We are discussing the funds, right? So as I mentioned, for the funds, how this is how you have to present in your file. It's not about the crores or the lakhs you're showing in your file. It's how you are showing in your file the funds. Because if you're going for the 2 year program, GIC for your can I take heating, ventilation, and air conditioner course? Okay, so you asked in a short form. Okay, so Jaswinder Singh, if you are going for the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, if they do not require any specific certification or any specific program requirement, then definitely you can choose its requirements are math and English in Humber College. Though definitely you can do that, because they're specifically asking for the math, and you are a math student. Though, so definitely you can go for these heating, ventilation, and air condition. And I suggest you definitely check out with the modules as well, because sometimes it happens they do ask for the math, but student don't have that level of math, or something is missing, or something more sometime required, because इस टाइम पे ये नहीं है कि एक बेसिक से रिक्वायरमेंट के बिहाफ पे आप सोच लें कि मैं अपनी फाइल सबमिट कर दूं और मुझे वीजा आ जाएगा. एज आई सेड, correlation will work. So correlation is not something about the program name, it also related with your modules which you will going to study in Canada. तो आपने वो मॉड्यूल्स भी रिलेट करने हैं, क्या वो आपके प्रीवियस स्टडी से रिलेट हो पाएंगे कि नहीं. अब जैसे इन्होंने बोला कि मैथ की रिक्वायरमेंट है, अब मैथ की रिक्वायरमेंट कहाँ कहाँ पे है, कहीं इस लेवल का मैथ तो नहीं है. हालांकि नाउ डेज इंस्टीट्यूशन आर आल्सो चेकिंग assessing profile very precisely, checking ensuring there will be no error during the application or the process. But it's also as student responsibility, as discussed most of the time, make sure to check and go through with the modules whether you can do that or not, because as a 12th student you know where you can stand. Okay, so we have another question from Eridith. Canada study visa success rate for diploma commerce student. So Ridit, you just joined us. Welcome to our the live of on the Canada visa filing process and how to improve your filing for better approval rates. So Ridit, I like if you're a commerce student and you're going for the diploma, That is actually pretty good. So there is no such problem. But for that, I suggest you choose something specialization, because business with this supply chain management specialization nowadays are very common. So if you are a core, your core is a commerce, right? So if your core is a commerce, or something related with the specialization, such as economic specialization can work, finance specialization can work, or the marketing something. There are some more specialization which allows student to have more exposure or to understand the labor market demand. So do your research on the more specialization which are hardly you can say it's not easy, or the not a common one, because nowadays business with the supply chain management is a very common specialization. I know it's a really good course, I'm not denying there is any problem with that, but try to go for that. Can commerce student go with the person support worker? So Iridit, actually any student can go for the personal support worker, there is no such problem. But what I'm saying is, right now, to ensure your correlation with the previous study, if you have done anything which you can show to the embassy, which will help you out to relate the personal support worker in your home country, then definitely you can do it. Because in Canada there are so many courses where any specialization doesn't require, like such as early childhood education diploma, or you can say the person support worker diploma, or the development service worker diploma, social service worker diploma. So it's not that there is a problem with the course, and there is no problem with your profile as well, but the time has something to do with that. So if you can looking for these kind of the programs, if you can show something to the embassy, this is how it can relate with my previous qualification. You have any additional certification in the person support worker or something related in your home country, that will help you out to strengthen your profile, instead of just opting because anyone can opt. That doesn't work right now, actually. Honestly, will not going to work. I'm not sure, I'm not saying 100% because I'm not the one who's making the decision on your profiles, but I can suggest you, with our experience, it's better to do something which you can prove, because the your 12th qualification can prove what you can do in the future. But just because everyone is opting and you are also think it's a better option to opt, or it has a more better chances for the permanent resident, it will not going to help you out. Just to ensure that the course you are choosing, the how the course will work, will definitely help you out. So correlation will work if there is students who are looking for the early child education program, and has done something related with in India, or related in your home country, like the nanny work or any kind of certification you have done from 2 or 3 years kind of experience in that related field. So though I think early child education is fantastic for that person. Can we mention why option PSW course? Why opting PSW person support worker? Can we mention why? Yeah, you know what? That you can definitely mention. You can explain in words, but not in documents actually. So this is exactly what I'm saying. Personal support worker is really good program. It's not something affecting as your profile such as, but how you are going to explain in your profile, because of course the why you're choosing Canada, why you're choosing course, why you're choosing that specific institution, what kind of career aspect you're looking, these all the points you will going to mention in your SOP, statement of purpose. But well, what else you can do, because everyone going to add these points. What else extra, or what extra you can add in your profile will stand out your profile for the visa approval. There's another question from the Kamal. I hope, Udit, I managed to help you out for your answer, because I appreciate if you want more discussion, do connect with us 90413 or 90412 for the more detail. Because I think about the specific program option which you are looking forward to opt in Canada study visa needs some more consideration. But I've already taken admission in that course, so there is no problem. If you have already taken admission in that course, there is no such problem. Make sure while you are submitting your profile for the study visa embassy, for the study visa in embassy, add something additional which allow you, if you have helped your family or anything, or your society, you have done societal works, you have done, extracurricular activities which help you to understand that job role actually. अब अभी मान लो जैसे जस्ट इमेजिन आई एम अ टीचर, बट मैं ऐसा कोई प्रोग्राम ऑप्ट कर रही हूँ विच रिक्वायर जस्ट अ बेसिक इंग्लिश और एनी काइंड ऑफ मैथ, ओके, एंड मैं कोर्स वैसा चूज करूँ जिसमें रिक्वायरमेंट है इंग्लिश की, सॉरी, एज अ टीचिंग एक्सपीरियंस, समथिंग लाइक दैट. Yeah, Kamal, just give me 2 minutes. I'll answer a read question, and then I can help you out for your answer. So, तो इट्स नॉट अबाउट मैंने अगर ऑफिशियली टीचिंग नहीं गई है तो आई एम नॉट एलिजिबल. Sometime it happen you don't give me answer. Okay, let me help answer the Kamal. कमल, यू सेड स्टडी वीजा कितने दिन में आ रहा है आफ्टर मेडिकल अपडेट. देखिए, जो अगर आपका स्टडी वीजा आपने कनाडा के लिए प्रोसेस किया है तो एम्बेसी आपका डिसीजन दे रही है 10 to 15 days में भी दे रही है. और अगर आपका भी मेडिकल रिसेंटली अपडेट हुआ है, सो यू कैन गेट डिसीजन विद इन द मैक्सिमम टाइम टू गेट अ वीजा डिसीजन इज अराउंड 40 to 45 days. बट रिसेंटली एम्बेसीज आर गिविंग डिसीजन विद इन 15 to 20 वर्किंग डेज. सो आई थिंक दिस इज द आंसर फॉर योर क्वेश्चन. सो अगर आपका मेडिकल अभी रिसेंटली अपडेट हुआ है, यानी मान लें 24 आवर्स में या 48 आवर्स में, सो यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट योर वीजा डिसीजन. So you can expect your visa decision in upcoming weeks. So 15 to 20 days will definitely work you, or you can wait for the decision. And it can sometime it happen. You can get decision after 2 and 3 days. That is also possible. So आप 2 से 3 हफ्तों से लेकर 2 से 3 दिन में भी अपना डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. 16 मई को अगर आपका मेडिकल अपडेट हुआ है, सो यू कैन वेट एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ द जून और इन अपकमिंग डेज. सो ओके, सो आप 16 मई को अगर आपकी फाइल लगी है तो उसमें कोई टेंशन की बात नहीं है. यू हैव टू वेट फ्यू मोर डेज और फ्यू मोर वीक्स, बिकॉज मिनिमम टाइम उनका जो डिसीजन का है दैट इज 44 to 45 डेज वर्किंग वीक्स. ठीक है, डेज आपने काउंट करने हैं. और अगर आपका टाइम इससे एक्सीड हो जाता है, सो डेफिनेटली यू कैन राइट टू द एम्बेसी. बट अगर आपका टाइम उससे एक्सीड नहीं हुआ है, सो आप वेट करें, क्योंकि एम्बेसी मेडिकल के बाद करीब 15 से 20 या 25 दिनों में डिसीजन इजीली दे देती है स्टूडेंट को. ठीक है. और अगर आपको कोई इंटेक है जो ओके 9 मई को फाइल लगी है, तो कमल, अगर आपकी फाइल देखिए 9 मई को लगी है, तो टेक्निकली बात करें तो 1 महीना भी अभी नहीं हुआ है. अभी 1 महीने में पूरा वक्त बाकी है. और 16 मई को अगर आपका मेडिकल अपडेट हुआ है तो अभी आप वेट करें. अभी क्या आप वेट करें एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ द जून, एटलीस्ट 14 to 15 जून तक आप वेट करें. बट मोस्ट प्रोबेबली यू माइट रिसीव अ वीजा विद इन फर्स्ट और 2 वीक ऑफ जून आपको इजीली मिल जाएगा. बट अगर आपको उसके दौरान डिसीजन नहीं आता है और आपने फाइल अगर हमसे लगवाई है, सो यू कैन कनेक्ट विद योर रिस्पेक्टिव ब्रांच, सो वी कैन डू समथिंग. वी कैन राइट फॉर द टू द एम्बेसी एंड वी कैन रेज अ वेब फॉर्म फॉर दैट. ओके, इट इज आस्किंग कैनेडा स्टडी वीजा सक्सेस रेट. अब देखिए, सक्सेस रेट इज कंप्लीटली नाउ 50-50%. At this moment 50, you can say, or 60% Canada study visa, because बहुत सारी ऐसी फाइल है, those decision are still pending. तो ऐसी बहुत सी वीजा फाइल लगी हुई हैं. यानी मान लीजिए अगर 100 फाइल एम्बेसी में है तो उसमें से करीब 10 या 20 फाइल पर डिसीजन है, तो 80% फाइलों का भी डिसीजन पेंडिंग है एम्बेसी से. तो अगर आपकी फाइल, जिनकी भी फाइल लगी हुई है और वो सोच रहे हैं अभी मेरा डिसीजन नहीं आया, मगर 60 या 70% ही वीजा अप्रूवल रेट है, so there is a less possibility for me to get approval. It's not something like that. You don't really have to worry. Be positive, because this is how it will going to help you for. तो अभी काफ़ी ऐसी फाइलें हैं एम्बेसी में जिस पे अभी तक डिसीजन नहीं आया है, तो आप थोड़ा वेट कर सकते हैं. और जैसे ही द डिसीजन का फ्लो रिलीज होगा, सो मोस्ट ऑफ फाइल का डिसीजन आ जाएगा. बिकॉज जैसे जैसे अभी जब इंटेक अप्रोच करता है, वैसे वैसे डिसीजन का जो स्पीड है और जो फ्लो है वो काफ़ी बढ़ जाता है. तो अभी इंटेक जस्ट अभी मई क्लोज हुआ है, तो अब आपको पता है नेक्स्ट इंटेक या तो कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशन में जुलाई होगा जहाँ पे रोलिंग इंटेक्स होते हैं, कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशन में सितंबर से होगा. तो जैसे ये जून का मंथ स्टार्ट होगा, सो यू माइट एबल टू गेट सम वेरी गुड डिसीजन फ्रॉम द एम्बेसी. ठीक है, तो जो भी वीजा सक्सेस रेट को लेकर टेंशन में है, तो बिल्कुल पैनिक की बात नहीं है. एक इंटेक क्लोज होने के बाद एम्बेसी थोड़ा पॉज देती है डिसीजन देने में. इट हैपन एवरी इंटेक एंड एवरी सिंगल टाइम, सो यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट इट. ओके, So हमने कोर्स, we discussed the course today, the trends today and the funds. So आपको इस बात का ध्यान रखना है, ये अगर आप चीज़ें ध्यान में रखेंगे तो definitely you will able to eligible for the approval from the IRCC. And another fourth point which you need to ensure is the roots. अब देखिए रूट्स में ये लिखना दैट आई एम स्टूडेंट एंड आई विल कम बैक टू योर होम कंट्री, बिकॉज रिफ्यूजल पे बहुत ही स्टैंडर्ड रीजन लिखा हुआ आ रहा है. If it is a financial, so as I said, if you're going for the 4 year of course or 2 year of the study, so you have to 1 year tuition fees, 1 year GIC will work. Apart from that, show the money in your saving, possibly if you can do that. Next year tuition fees and next year GIC. So if you're paying 30 lakhs from the India, at least 30 lakhs will need to be there for the next year to support a student. And now next is what we are going to discuss about is after that documentation. Next we're going to work for the SOP. Your SOPs also need to be very good, very very good. No AI version of SOP will help you for your visa approval. So just make sure a very authentic SOP. Don't, if any student is making their own SOP and using AI, so please don't do that, because it's easily to catch a single line or easy to understand whether it's a humanized SOP or the AI SOP. So ensure your SOP is a front face in your file for the visa decision. So just writing down that I'm a student, I will come back definitely in my home country because my parents are there. In a one line or a two line will not work it out for you. You need to explain a bit more, because you know what, India and Canada both work on family values and the culture. They really like they are very keen or serious about the family values. So you also need to make sure how you can ensure that values, or how you can reflect those values in your SOP. You can also mention your religious root, your belief, your faith, if you have done any you can say any religious activities in your home country. So these kind of points all can also strengthen your profile to ensure this student definitely come back from home countries. You can also mention our religious places like the Mahakumbh. That was fantastic. You can mention why that is one of the reason I cannot leave my country, because I want to be part of this religious festival or the cultures. But that doesn't mean you just mention I want to celebrate Diwali and I like Diwali, so that is why I'm here and I will come back. It will not work. You need to think more rationally or more intensive. I'm not saying use a very difficult terminologies, very difficult words, or your something which is really hard to understand, where you have to go for the dictionary to check it with the meaning of this particular word. It's not something you can, as I mentioned, it's just to mentioning in one and two line that you will come back to your home country will not help you out. You need to be more extensive or more researchable or more valuable things need to add in your SOP, because this is also one of the front face. The very first interview, there is no such interview in Canada, but the SOP will tell you to the officer what student is thinking, what kind of student is planning. Because you know what Canada want right now, come to the student, study like a student and live as a and become part of their community and live as a resident, as a permanent resident in country. And to ensure that every process will be smooth as a better, you need to be a very good and excellent student. It's not to be top in the whole country, to be top in the whole province, or be top in the whole institution or the college. It's not something like, but need to be at least ensure where you don't have to struggle about your future job market or your expense. That means they know you're coming from this the country where you are planning to settle here, where you're planning to earn money for your own expense. They know every single thing, because just because you haven't mentioned or this is not written anywhere, they are trying to ensure with your documents how I can allow this person to enter in my country. So this is what you have to ensure during your process, during your filing. And of course, as I mentioned, course relevancy at this moment is very, very important, and your financial will work it out. It's not something like any non-medical student want to go for the skill trade, and they will not. They will definitely get a visa, of course. Non-medical means the student has done physics, chemistry, and math. Math will support for the skill trade program. So, for any students who are looking for the more information and want to know more about their study visa and want to assess your profile, you can connect with us 90413 90412, or you can visit any of our branches. We have branches in most of the location in Punjab. We have branches in Surat, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Jammu, Dehradun. You can visit any of them, or you can call us 90413 90412. We can also arrange the online sessions or the Zoom counseling if you are looking for that as well. We can support you out in that. And there is no such processing fees from our agency. So you can access your file free of cost. So thank you so much for joining on our live session, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. And those who are looking for the waiting for your visa decision will definitely get approval. Thank you so much for joining with us. Have a good day.